right, good job, fellas.
Good evening, basketball fans. On behalf of the Illinois High School Association of the City of Peoria, welcome to Carver Arena for America's Original March Madness. Tonight's semifinal game in the 2A 2008 tournament features the Pinckneyville Panthers, a record of 28-4, and the Chicago North Lawndale Phoenix, a record of 28-4. Let's meet the rosters of the non-starters for this contest. For Pinckneyville, a 5'9" senior, 10, Luke Steele. A 5'10" senior, 12, Craig Schote. A 5'10" junior, 15, Dustin Winter. 5'11" senior, 21, Nick Logan. 5'11" senior, 25, Brandon Harden. A 6'2" junior, 32, Bryant Lively. A 6'4" junior, 33, Cody Sims. 6' senior, 40, Jordan Kellerman. 5'11" senior, 42, Colin Smith. And a 6'5" senior, 50, Eric Malinsky. Now the Phoenix of North Lawndale. 5'5" sophomore, number 5, Stephen Thorpe. 5'9" freshman, 10, Garrett Taylor. 5'9" freshman, 11, Brandon Thorpe. 6'3" freshman, 14, Maurice Williams. 6'3" junior, 21, Miles Mayfield. 5'11" freshman, 23, Jaquez Jones. 6'5" sophomore, 32, Deontay Banks. 5'11" sophomore, 35, Hiram Moss. The 6'4" sophomore, 44, Jermaine Winfield. And a 6'2" freshman, number 50, Willie Dawson. Now, let's meet the starting lineups of the semifinal contest. For Pinckneyville, at a guard, a 6'6" senior, 23, Kyle Cassidy. At a guard for Chicago North Lawndale, a 5'9" junior, 3, Dante Dangerfield. Another guard for the Panthers, a 6'3" senior, 30, Colin Woodside. Another guard for the Phoenix, a 5'9" senior, 15, Tristan Criddle. The third guard for Pinckneyville, a 6'1" senior, 35, Ryan Rushing. The third guard for North Lawndale, a 5'9" junior, 24, Zilligan Jones. And a forward for the Panthers, a 6'2" senior, 22, Hayden Hicks. At center for the Phoenix, a 6'10" sophomore, 33, Paul Bunch. The other forward for Pinckneyville, a 6'6" senior, 45, Miles Creed. And the forward for North Lawndale, a 6'5" junior, Jonathan Mills. Head coach for Pinckneyville, 12 years of coaching, is first for the Panthers, a record of 28-4, Bob Wagoner. Assistant coaches, Mike Cheek, Ryan Bruns, Rich Williams, Nolan Kellerman, Haven Hicks, and Lane Woodside. Head coach for North Lawndale, his 10th season of coaching, 8th for the Phoenix, a record of 191-55, Lewis Thorpe. Assistant coaches, Harvey Jones, Kellen Martin, Reverend Howard Brown, George Montgomery, and Randy Brown. As the players and coaches wish each other good luck at half court, the IHSA Board of Directors and member schools expect and promote good sportsmanship by athletes, coaches, students, parents, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Do what's right. Thank you. No other state in America can claim the rich history and tradition has been generated by March Madness in Illinois. It's America's original March Madness. Direct your attention to the arena floor and meet the officials for this game. The referee from Ottawa, Bob Schiffbauer. From Ottawa, Jim Knopf. And from Manville, Bob Weiss. Presenting the game ball for this semifinal game will be Mitch Bornman from Heritage Bank, one of the sponsors of the March Madness experience. Next door in the exhibit hall, we thank Heritage Bank for their contribution to the greatest high school single event in the land.
Walgreens, of course, a proud sponsor of this IHSA broadcast and the IHSA's Do What's Right sportsmanship program. And it's always good, Roger Lowe, to see not just only the athletes, but the coaches and everybody kind of get together and say, hey, it's a game.
That's all it is, but you know, we got to try to just make sure that the sportsmanship is the number one thing that we try to teach our kids.
Well, long after the scores are posted and the years go by, you tend to forget about who won or who lost, but you do remember bad behavior forever.
Absolutely.
Or the kind of behavior that gets too many headlines these days. So Bunch will jump it up, and let me tell you, there's a bunch. Paul Bunch, 6'10", 220 sophomore, and you just wonder what kind of future holds his basketball world.
I imagine he has trouble finding pants that fit him in the inseam, Jim. He's got some long legs.
Kyle Cassidy will do the honors, and Cassidy gets up there and gets it. So Pinckneyville will have the first shot. Cassidy can do a lot of things, including pass off, but that one gets away. Dangerfield, across he goes, and that shot is not there by Jones, but it's followed up. As North Lawndale gets on the board first.
Both teams playing man-to-man, as you would expect. Jonathan Mills, the top rebounder in this tournament, got his first and got a back layup for the basket.
Yeah, Mills, of course, is the man to watch. Number 4. Well, all the players are there for watching. Like, oh, there's a force, and he is going to draw the foul. Well, there were the two All-Staters, first-team All-Staters, going at each other, and Kyle Cassidy hung up in the air, got the angle, and the foul will go to Jonathan Mills.
The toughest call in basketball, Jim, that block charge call. It's a tough call to make. The official did a good job on it. Now here's the guy right now that leads the team in rebounding, assists, and scoring. And you knew this kid was going to be good 2 years ago, Jim, when they came down here and got fourth. He displayed a lot of talent, really a smooth player. This Pinckneyville team is very well coached.
Kyle Cassidy has not committed to a college yet. Michigan has come calling, Arkansas State, St. Louis, just to mention a few, as we are tied. Lawndale won't get that one to fall, and coming down with a rebound. In good shape are the Panthers. Open court, that's tough. You give him the open floor, he's going to burn you.
That's a hard shot to make, too, that stop and pop from 15, but a nice job by Kyle.
Criddle up, no. Rebound, fought for, and back up and in. Jonathan Mills. This guy averages 14 rebounds a game, folks, so it's not unusual for him to bring home 20 in a night.
He's the only guy in the tournament that averages double-double, Jim, and he's got 4 points on 2 offensive boards.
And, of course, Mills had that severely sprained ankle in the second season. Long jumper is down from the corner as Pinckneyville gets Colin Woodside on the board.
There's your glue of the team right there, Woodside, 42% from 3-point.
He nailed 51 of them up to this point, so add another digit to that one. As Pinckneyville stares down the number 1 team. Inside, there's Mills again, and he was contested inside by...
Well, he wants to be careful there, Jim, because reaching over could have got his second foul.
Yeah, Miles Preeb was in there to impede his progress, and Preeb is 6'6", so he can take up some space as well for Pinckneyville.
Interesting that Hayden Hicks at 6'2" is the one who's drawn the assignment of trying to cover Paul Bunch.
Criddle goes down inside. Bunch does not get rid of it. And here comes Cassidy. Does he want to slow down? He wants to find a teammate, and we've got a foul out front. That'll go against Tristan Criddle. And you can see the excitement that Lewis Thorpe has about that particular trip down court.
You don't find suits like that where I'm from. That thing wasn't picked off the rack, I'll tell you that.
Here's a pass out front. Mills steals it. Look out. Welcome to Thunderdome. Woo.
He is a competitor. Tough guy.
He's got such a burst with that first step. Pinckneyville feeling the pressure. Lost the handle. Got it back. And they'll slow it down.
Pinckneyville, a good ball handling team, Jim, against a good defensive team.
Miles Preeb hesitated for a second. Finds the cutter. That's Cassidy.
He is so smooth, long, athletic. Going to make somebody a real fine off guard.
When he gets up around the rim, he can do so many things. He's multi-dimensional with how he can handle himself in the air. Bad pass gets away from Bunch. And it's a bunch of turnovers right now for North Lawndale. Coming down the other way as Preeb couldn't get it. Guess who's open? Cassidy forcing it. No, got it back. He'll go back up. He'll not get it. And North Lawndale fortunate to come out of there with it, but they contested him every moment of the way. Jones somehow got that pass intended for Bunch back. Long jumper from the corner, and that's down for Dante Dangerfield.
And he's not really a scorer for Lewis Thorpe, but this kid is tough, a good defender.
He hit 32 threes on the year, so he's familiar with the arc. And we've got a good one going here early from Peoria. Jamal Brett, oh, nice cut. Down it goes for Ryan Rushing.
That what makes them so tough, Jim. They make their cuts so hard. They make really aggressive cuts, and that makes them difficult to be guarded.
It's cut and go time for the Panthers. Double team inside. Mills is not going to be stopped, not by two guys.
Oh, he's a man's man down there, isn't he?
Mills is 6'5", 205, only a junior. Preeb the other way. Ooh, passing up the jump shot was Hayden Hicks because they've got Cassidy isolated on the right side. Right back to Woodside. Down.
2-year starter. 50% shooter from the field. They got to get out and cover him.
But Cassidy just knows where everybody is. That's why he is the first team All-Stater. Jones hangs. A little too much rim. Cassidy's got the rebound. He gets lots of those as well. He averages 8 rebounds a game. He can dribble with both hands, goes to the glass. He was fouled out front before the shot got away, and that will go against Tristan Criddle, and that's his second. Did you see the explosion?
And they got the best defender that they have on him in Dante Dangerfield.
We're going to come back and see what other kind of fireworks North Lawndale and Pinckneyville have yet in their bag tonight. We're back after this on the IHSA Television Network.
Now, when we talk about the visiting team of North Lawndale, this is their 3rd consecutive trip downstate. But the school has only been open since the year 2000, so this is a great feat. Last year, they actually placed second after losing to the team Maroa Forsyth 59-56. And in the 05-06 season, they actually achieved a school record of 31 wins. Very nice job in only 8 years of being open. Back to you, Jim.
And Roger, we should note it is a college preparatory school, and academics come into play, and really came into play with this basketball team because a couple of their best players aren't here because they didn't hit the books.
He's lost 3 starters and a 6th man, so a lot of these kids are getting minutes that probably wouldn't have been had everybody take care of business in the classroom.
There's the pressure, and here's Mills, one against the world. Man. Are you kidding me?
I thought we'd see North Lawndale down here next year. I didn't think we'd see them this year. They're a year ahead of schedule. 12 of their 15 will be back next year.
Nice cross-court pass in the trees, and he got it to fall. That's Hayden Hicks. He was not afraid to go up against the big guys from North Lawndale, and he made him pay as Pinckneyville back up by 4 in a very entertaining first 5 minutes. Inside, up and down goes Jermaine Winfield, and you got to keep your eye on this sub because he's only a sophomore, but he puts in 12 points a game.
He's one of the most underrated players you'll see in this tournament.
Oh, Mr. Cassidy. Oh, Mr. Cassidy.
Silky smooth, wasn't it? Effortless.
Bob Wagoner getting set to send in a couple of new bodies as Winfield turns and hits, but a whistle stops that from going on the board. Both teams with 28 wins. And to echo your thoughts, I think Lewis Thorpe will tell you last year's team was more talented, but this team just doesn't quit. He said somehow when it looks like we're down and out, they come back.
And you know what? I made a mistake. They only have one senior, Criddle. Everybody else will be back. And as you said, if they have 4 kids waiting in the wings academically.
Fighting is Mills, but this time we've got a whistle. Let's see if it goes against Miles Preeb was in there.
Now you would think that Pinckneyville can hold their own on the boards. They got pretty good size in there. Cassie at 6'6", Woodside at 6'3", Preeb at 6'6". So I think that they should be able to hold their own.
Well, you know right where they're going there. But again, good defense by Preeb. Back up. Nope, that's way off the mark. Things getting a little wild as it's picked up finally by Stephen Thorpe, the coach's son. And Stephen, of course, entertained a whole lot of people last year. He's only 5'5", the sophomore. But, you know, he doesn't have a lot of playing time, but he's got 80 assists. There he is, number 5.
He's changed his name from the Little General to the Maestro this year, though.
Whatever he wants. Turning and spinning is Jermaine Winfield. We got a game tonight, folks.
Very, very good around the basket. Tough kid.
Preeb can't find a cutter. Now he does. Down the lane, and it is not there for Nick Logan, who just checked into the game, but he'll go to the free throw line. And, folks, you got a whole lot of points on the board in the first 6 minutes of this one. We
talked about in the keys to the game, too, that Pinckneyville needs to keep them spread. And as they keep them spread, those cuts are made with such crispness and makes them hard to guard.
And, of course, Pinckneyville at the line right now has knocked down 17 straight opponents. The last loss was to a school named Columbia back in January, lost by 5. And interestingly enough, the coach of Columbia last year is the coach of Pinckneyville this year. So some of his former players beat his current players. We're talking about Bob Wagoner. 19-16, 35 points on the board with still plenty of time left. Stephen Thorpe. And there's Miles, baseline. No, correct that. It was Jermaine Winfield, and he came up empty. And with the rebound is Kyle Cassidy. Everybody's all-stater. Feeds it over on the wing. Somebody's going to be open out front. A foul as the pass goes down in. And let's see if they whistled Dante Dangerfield. It is. Tell you what, some of the coaches on this North Lawndale bench, they can take up some space too, brother. No, in and out. Winfield with the rebound, and of course the most notable guy on that bench, you know very, very well, Roger Lowe.
Big George Montgomery that played for the U of I, star player from Corliss High School. And I think Paul Bunch is going to be real happy to have George around to help him and school him the next couple years.
Big George Montgomery, man, what a tough-minded player he was.
Pinckneyville very, very well coached defensively, man-to-man. When that ball goes inside, 2 or 3 Panthers all around the ball.
They're going to play a little spread offense right now against that zone.
They're in a zone now. You called it. You won't see that much.
Miles Mayfield, number 21, is in the game now for North Lawndale, but look out. Jones trying to create space, finds a man across the lane, and that'll result in a free throw. He found Dante Dangerfield. He's on my all-name tournament team as well.
And as you said, it was Z. Jones who set that up with penetration. So Dangerfield's going to get the fruits of the work of Z. Jones.
Pinckneyville, and of course rankings are rankings. You still got to come out here and play them. Pinckneyville did get some votes. They didn't finish in the top 10 in 2A, but they're always in the neighborhood, it seems like. And
well, I'll tell you what, it's hard to believe a team that wins 17 straight can't cut into the top 10. I find that pretty strange.
I know. Well, as we said, ratings are, well, maybe for the fans.
That's right. I don't think everybody who votes in that sees them, you know, and I'll tell you, when I saw them play in February, I said this is going to be a tough team to beat.
The left-hander finds 1 of 2. And let's see how they play the final minute from Pinckneyville. Almost turned it over. Woodside open, short. And look who got the rebound. The long rebound comes out to the smallest guy on the floor. Maybe the biggest heart, Stephen Thorpe. Here's Jones. It's down. And just like that, it's North Lawndale with the lead by 1.
He is so good one-on-one, too. You've got to lay off him because if you get on him too tight, he'll take it right by you. And he just knocked it over that defense.
Cassidy never wastes any energy. He knows exactly where he's supposed to be, what the situation is. And here's the situation. I'm Kyle Cassidy. I'll probably take the shot unless somebody leaks free. Jumper, no. No follow through there as the ball heads out of bounds. It looked like Pinckneyville avoided a foul inside there, and what a first quarter of play. It's number 1 North Lawndale by a digit over tradition-ridden Pinckneyville. Back after these local messages.
All right, we're back. North Lawndale, the 1-point lead over Pinckneyville. We've got a little fashion show for you. I get a lot of credit and a lot of grief for the blue coat. Tell us your name.
Adam Borcheski.
Adam, tell us about your outfit.
I don't know, a couple friends asked me to wear it, so I just wore it.
All right, it's a good look. Who likes his outfit? Okay, a smattering. All right, some do. CJ, look, it's the guy with the sombrero. Who likes CJ's outfit? All right, I think we might have a winner here. How about Dylan? Dylan, where can I pick up some threads like that, buddy?
Thrift store. Goodwill. Yeah.
I like that. I think I might have to wear the shirt with mine, though. It's a good look, though, for you. Good luck, buddy. No, I'm going to keep mine, all right?
Okay. All right.
All right, good luck, though. Yeah, that's nice.
Thank you.
Jim, did you know that you can buy clothes at Goodwill?
Yeah, I've seen your closet.
Thanks.
Thanks, Joel.
We are back, and of course, what a first quarter. And keep in mind, Roger, Mills is out now. He's got 2 fouls, and that's not overly crucial, but he is the leader of this team.
Well, I think it's a big point because he's had 10 points already and sitting on the bench right now for the Phoenix.
Winfield, who can post up pretty much anybody on the court right now. Long jumper Jones, that's going to be way off the mark, headed out of bounds. And some of the fans wanted a blocking call called on Pinckneyville. Let's check the first quarter stats brought to you by Menards. Our stats always brought to you by Menards, where you save big money.
Great shooting, as you can see. That's why the number of points up there, 8 for 15 for North Lawndale, and very few turnovers, so a very well-played game of both teams.
Rushing, avoiding a problem. Here's a wide open Woodside. He passed it up, and maybe we'll think about that for a while as Thorpe gets it knocked from behind, and Pinckneyville might have saved it. No. They tried to call timeout as they were falling out of bounds, but they wouldn't give it to Colin Woodside, and he got a few bruises for his effort.
Nice job by Nick Logan, too, trailing that play to knock it away.
There you see Bob Wagoner and his staff. Always good to come to a school first year and go to state. Here's Winfield. Glass, not this time.
Pinckneyville doing a great job of their defensive boards, Jim, with Mills out of there.
And again, when you get these basics down, as Pinckneyville has done, cut to Cassidy! What a pass out front by Hicks, and what body control by that man.
I'm glad we're going to get a chance to see this again. Look how hard he cuts. It's a hard cut to the basket, which makes the defense have to come over, and they're a little bit late. Just a hard cut, foul in there by Winfield, and it's going to be a chance for the old-fashioned, as you said, three-point play.
And the enthusiasm is also at the same game level as far as Kyle Cassidy is concerned.
Well, if I was coaching against this Pinckneyville team, it would be real hard to get your kids ready to play them because every cut is made with purpose.
Cassidy puts Pinckneyville up by 2. Pinckneyville zone, takes it away. Here's Cassidy. He doesn't have numbers, but his teammate will follow and miss and follow again and miss. Oh, boy. Woodside had 2 close-ups and missed them. The other way, it's Jones. Now we've got a battle going.
That's a big turnaround because that was almost a sure 2 points for Pinckneyville, and now they go the other way and it's a foul on Cassidy.
Yeah, Woodside just couldn't get that to fall.
And you watch this play again here. Missed shot and then Cassidy going over the back. I believe it was Cassidy right there. And without without Mills in the game, I would think that Pinckneyville should be able to handle the boards down there pretty well. But this Winfield, I talked to Coach Thorpe on the phone on Wednesday, and he says he's the most underrated player in the city of Chicago. And I'm not going to disagree with him. The guy knows what he's talking about.
Well, he's certainly got the talent. He's got the body. And it doesn't look like much phases him.
You know, the one thing that I was really impressed, Jim, when I saw him play Tuesday night in the Super Section was just how tough he is. He's just a hard-nosed, gritty type player. Will get the rebounds for you, and very, very good, as the fans have seen, around the basket.
Miles Preeb will check in for Pinckneyville. Hayden Hicks checks out. We're a free throw away from dead even. I wouldn't bet against that, man. Winfield.
Only 4 turnovers so far for the Panthers, so the press from North Lawndale has not been a major factor as of yet.
Good ball handlers, rushing, pinched, gets it away. This is Brandon Harden out there giving it up to Cassidy. Again, Mills on the bench with 2 fouls. And I'm sure that Lewis Thorpe thinks, well, as long as we stay close with Mills on the bench, we'll be fine when he gets back.
Very active zone by North Lawndale. Got to keep it off the floor. Those hands are everywhere.
Cassidy double team.
Look at the spacing, Jim. Once again.
That's what it's all about.
You better believe it. Hard to cover.
Against speed, you got to space.
About 18 feet would be perfect, and that's about where they are.
Now we got a whistle on the other side as Miles Preeb gets hacked. And the thing about Cassidy, we don't want to overstate the fact that, he is the leader, but I mean, you look at Woodside, he averages 10, Hicks averages 10, Logan comes in off the bench, averages 10, so it's certainly not a one-man band here, but you don't find Cassidy, unless he feels he must, forcing the issue. He just stays in the flow.
That's right, and you feed off your superstar, and as you said, he's the top assist man, he's the top scorer, gets everybody involved.
Mills is back in the game, Jonathan Mills. So you've got 2 first-team AP All-Staters on the floor, 1 for each side.
I think Pinckneyville should be shooting free throws, Jim. That's the 7th foul on North Lawndale.
That is correct. They are in the bonus situation. So Mr. Preeb will do the honors.
Now, when I saw him play in February, Preeb did not start. They started hard in that game, so you got to feel like they've got 6 starters on this team.
Averaging 4, doesn't add to the point total there. Don't underestimate Zilligan Jones, number 24 out front. Here's the 3-point artist. Not this time. Mills battling out of bounds. Pinckneyville.
Mills did a nice job of boxing out, but Cassidy just used his body to get a hand on it.
Yeah, you're right, Roger. This press has not bothered Pinckneyville at all.
They are so well schooled fundamentally from the time they're little kids. It's obvious.
There's the cutter. There's the All-Stater. Missed it. Tipped it in with the left hand. He stayed with it. Look at Mills use the body.
And Cassidy's guarding him. If they go down to him, Cassidy's going to have to start making some decisions. You can get Cassidy in some foul trouble, Jim. I'd look for Mills in the post and make Cassidy guard him.
It's been this way all night, folks. Back and forth. Nobody gaining too much of an advantage. You hear Lewis Thorpe yelling instructions to zone.
They want to go to him. There you go.
Oh, a lazy pass out front. Here comes Miles Preeb.
Well, if you saw that play, Preeb put his right hand out there to deflect that. That's the only way he could have stolen that ball. But once again, a defensive gem, fundamental-wise. They got to go down to Mills, Jim.
The pass did not have a lot of zip on it. Here's Christian Creedle back in the game. He's got the ball on the left wing, angling, left-handed shot. We are seeing some creative offense here tonight.
There's your senior, too, Criddle. He's been around. He's been here 3 years. Honorable mention, All-State.
Keep your eye on the scoreboard. It's changing like a pinball machine. Hicks didn't want the shot. Cassidy with a good head fake. Can't shake the defender. Long jumper, right wing. Not there that time as Woodside couldn't get it to fall. And in a hurry, Thorpe got it. Wow!
Took it right at it. Guts of a burger on that play. Took it right at Cassidy there, and he's only 5'5". Big time play by Steven.
Well, whatever the ticket was tonight to get into the Civic Center in Peoria, you won't want a refund, I can tell you that.
These guys look tired, and there's no wonder why. What a game.
That jumper's going to be a little short. Speaking of tired, it looked like Ryan Rushing didn't get the launch he wanted.
Anytime I can get the ball out of Kyle's hand, I think it's a good defensive stand for North Lawndale.
Here's Winfield walking out front. We have got a timeout. I think these players need a little timeout as Miles Preed steps on the gas, and we're tied at 26 back after these local messages. Whole lot of basketball left to be played. North Lawndale, of course, comes in number 1, and if they prevail here tonight, they would play number 2 Peoria Manual.
So I'd be interested to see the shooting statistics, Jim. We don't have a stat monitor in front of us. I would bet you Pinckneyville is over 60%, and I would say 55, 56% for Lawndale.
There's your 2 All-Staters showing you why with those numbers.
And you know what? It's good defense, too. That's the amazing thing. Both teams are playing good defenses, but the shooting statistics are incredible. Just a little change up now in their zone. It's a 2-3 look now rather than the 1-2-2 that we've been seeing. And big Paul Bunch right in the middle. You can see him with his hands up there. Now this is taking a page from Lewis Thorpe. If you can remember the last 2 years when Lewis came down here, he did this and brought people out of their zone. So Pinckneyville's still on the page from the North Lawndale playbook.
Woodside, got to get rid of it. This might be referred to as the breather part of our semifinal game.
Well, I don't know if they need one. I sure do.
Looking for the opening.
Such an active defense. Just all over the
Nice
place.
jump pass. There's somebody open right there, but he chooses not to take it as Hicks passed up the shot. What you want out of it, there's the cut. Cassidy too far into the basket. Can Hicks hit? No. Nice rebound, though, but he's falling out of bounds, and Ryan Rushing just simply could not control that.
He really goes to the offensive boards real well. This kid's a great athlete. Placed in both sprint events last year at the state track meet, was the football quarterback, so you figure you're going to get some athletic play out of number 35, Rushing.
Let's see how Lewis Thorpe wants to play the final minute. I'm assuming full bore like that to Mills.
Would you get Jonathan Mills out right now, Jim? He's got 2. I would hate to have him get 3 if I'm Lewis. He's got to be real careful down there.
Well, Mills, of course, on the right wing of this zone right now.
Well, I tell you what, another thing, too, I might go at him. If I'm Pinckneyville, I might go right at Jonathan Mills and see what he wants to do defensively. This is a different team with him out, not in there.
Cassidy looking over to his coach. His coach looks up at the scoreboard and says, well, if they're not coming, we're going to take it down for the last shot. And so it would appear that's how the first half will end here. But will it be tied or not?
I'd say Cassidy or Woodside. Woodside number 30. There's Kyle. Good look at him. Your 2 best shooters are Kyle Cassidy with the ball and Colin Woodside, number 30, in the right corner with the ball in his hands.
They'll swing it around looking for Cassidy off a pick. Can't find him. They go right back to Woodside. Now they got to hurry. 2 seconds. Cassidy is going to launch from about 30, and it's not good.
Great defensive set by North Lawndale.
They pushed him so far back, Roger.
Great job by North Lawndale defense.
Cassidy tried to throw up the desperation, and he did, but didn't get any results out of it, so it's number 1 rated North Lawndale hanging on to that precious 2-point lead, 28-26 at the half, and we know you won't want to miss the second half of this game. You knew Pinckneyville was going to be solid, Roger, as far as their fundamentals, and when you have an all-stater and he plays like an all-stater like Cassidy, well, you're going to be in the game. Let's talk to Ashley and Lewis Thorpe. Ashley?
Thanks, Jim. Coach, Cassidy, half of their points in the first half. What are you going to do to contain him next half?
He's a load. We certainly have to put a little more pressure on him. He's getting a lot of screens. He's a very smart ball player. We got to do a better job with our help side defense and keep an eye on him.
All right, Coach, thanks a lot. Good luck in that second half. Back to you, Jim.
I love that suit. Do you like that suit, Roger?
Yeah.
I don't know if you could pull it off, though. We're going to be back with more of our halftime here from Carver Center. Don't you go away. Back after this on the IHSA Television Network.
Thanks, Jim. Coach, North Lawndale seemed to be getting a lot of dribble penetration and then getting inside in the post. A lot of scoring was inside the paint. So how are you going to counter that in this half?
Well, I mean, I think that we have to do a better job of finding them in transition and making sure that we box off, keep them off the glass. It really hurt us on the offensive glass this half. We'll do a better job.
All right, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
Back to you, Jim.
Second half coming up on the IHSA Television Network. Jim Albrecht and Roger Lowe back at where the Bradley Braves call home, where we call it March Madness, and we look back at the keys to the game on the Pinckneyville side of the ledger. Roger, you said you got to keep it spread, and they have done that in a textbook manner.
Well, they've done everything that I thought they might do, keeping them spread. They've only had 5 turnovers by getting their shot. They're shooting a high percentage, and we talked about the senior moment. Every point scored so far by the Panthers or by the seniors.
There's those keys we have.
Every one of those has come through for Pinckneyville. Now, this is just to see what North Lawndale can take away from them. They haven't taken Kyle out of the ball game. Their defense has not created many turnovers, and so right now Lewis Thorpe is, in my opinion, doing the best coaching job of his career, getting these kids here.
Cassidy tried to inbound. I don't think he gets it done. 5-second call.
Well, that's just, that's inexcusable, really. You come out of the halftime and can't get the ball in bounds, but we'll see what they can do and see if they can get it back defensively. Great play by North Lawndale.
I can tell you that Lewis Thorpe probably had some words to the effect of, hey, let's clamp down here, and that'll give you a little indication. Right now, they go inside to Bunch. Bunch, no. Rebound, Cassidy.
Let's see who that's on. That's Mills. That's 3. That's big, Jim. That's big. 3 fouls on Mills. Bunch didn't give much of a look down there. It wasn't much of a shot.
Well, so the first minute here hasn't even transpired, and North Lawndale has a situation to deal with. Mills still in the game. He wears number 4.
They're hiding him down there on that baseline, on that zone now.
They're getting Winfield set to check in, so I'm sure he'll come in for Mills as Pinckneyville works it around.
And this is where Pinckneyville needs to make hay with Mills out of the lineup.
Jumper's not there, and guess who got the rebound?
He's got to be real careful here now. If he gets it, maybe in a charge block situation.
Yeah, he might set the entire rest of the third quarter. We'll have to see. Mills kicks it right back out to Dante, and Dangerfield makes some pay.
Look, for not being a scorer, he's hit a couple big shots here for North Lawndale. C. Jones, the best on-ball defender that North Lawndale has, right there.
And Ryan Rushing is doing a nice job against him. Gets it up to Preve. 4-point North Lawndale lead. That's a big spread in this game, believe me, the way things have been going. Up top, now we got a wide open Rushing. Can't get it to go. Gets his own rebound, saves it, gets it on inside. No contact, no whistle. Here comes Mills. Creed thought he was fouled, and now they turn it over as we come the other way.
They can't get Mills out of the game quick enough right now.
I know. Woodside, yeah!
That's his 3rd. 2-year starter. Coach Wagner called him the glue of the team, Jim.
Yeah, and as you heard our analyst Cliff Cameron say during halftime, he might be the difference. Bunch turns and gets a nice soft roll.
Well, look at his legs. He's going to be 7'2" before he's done growing, I think. And like we talked about earlier with George Montgomery on the staff, that can do nothing but help him.
Well, if you're going to be a scorer and a prolific one, Bunch is a great name because you're going to be scoring that way in bunches. Right now, that's not really his role on this team, averaging about 8 points a game, but you got so much talent to spread around. Ooh, there's a offensive foul against Pinckneyville. Against Preve, 45 for setting an illegal pick.
That's right. Now they don't, they're going to lose a lot here, losing Mills, but Winfield is a very capable substitute. Gave him serious minutes last year on their run to second place.
And as Mills sets down on one bench, Cassidy sets down on the other. So the All-Staters get a rest. Jones with a jumper. No, Bunch can't get the rebound because a nice screen by Hayden Hicks.
Well, this is interesting, like you just said. Now, we got the 2 All-Staters, and we said, who's going to step up as a secondary man? With the 2 All-Staters out, who's going to take the leadership? That might determine who wins this game.
Woodside, not this time, and here comes North Lawndale in a hurry. Zones. Forces the action, gets it on over to Winfield, but we got an offensive foul called on Zilligan Jones before he could get the pass over. Let's check it.
Well, nothing makes my heart beat faster than a guy who will step in there and take a charge. And, a wonderful job there by Woodside. He just got killed by Z. Jones. It takes a strong heart to do that, and you got to tip your hat there to the Pinckneyville player, Woodside.
I know athletes can't make money, but after a play like that, you would think you could mention a chiropractic company or something.
We used to give a Purple Heart winner, Jim, to the person who took the most charges during the year, and we had guys that were used to contest for that.
Nick Logan is in the ball game for Pinckneyville, wearing number 21. He's got the ball right now. Averages 10 a game, so he can launch.
Just a quick break for Cassidy, as you see, back in the game.
Yeah. Logan, by the way, has hit 43, so he can do some damage beyond the arc. Jones bothering the offense. Cassidy, look at that ball movement with his hands, even just when he's not really doing anything with it. He'll do something here. Ooh, just comes up short, and Bunch grabs the rebound. Pinckneyville down by 3, back on defense. Winfield, he's not going to throw that ball back out. That's going up, but it's off the mark, and a foul on Bunch as he was fighting Cassidy for the rebound.
And there's just an example. You don't have to be told to rebound. Cassidy gives up 5 inches there and got the board.
Things are still tight. Who is going to play Peoria Emanuel for the championship in 2A? Don't go away. Come back and find out after these local messages. It's time for another National Association of Realtors trivia question. Looking for a professional realtor? Go to realtor.com. If you're a Cub fan, well, I don't want to give things away, but Roger, I think this trivia question is painful. Well, for Cub fans, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, 1908 was the first IHSA state championship held, and the Cubs was the last time they won a World Series. And I would imagine that's when the National Association of Realtors was founded. That'd be my guess. But we'll see.
That's why he's my man. Beyond the court.
Extending the pressure now, North Lawndale to a 3/4 court trap.
12 minutes left in regulation. 3 points separating the two. Woodside. Oh, there's a nice pass, or at least an intent for a nice backdoor to Hayden Hicks, but on the spot, here's your answer. Roger with the trifecta on that one.
Go to the head of the class.
Logan out front. Got it! Nick Logan, who hit 43s on the year, hits a really big one here, and we are tied at 32s. Turnaround jumper by Bunch, won't get it, but Winfield's there to clean up. And he is fouled, but that will not be a shooting foul. Cassidy's been a little quiet here in the third quarter, but he doesn't care as long as his team's in the game.
That's right. You know, he leads the team in assists too, Jim. So like you said, he doesn't care about the points just so long as Pinckneyville has more at the end of the game.
Here comes Stephen Thorpe as Dante Dangerfield checks out. Man, Winfield's body is just so strong. If he gets it inside, you're in trouble. That's trouble too, as Bunch kisses glass and puts his team up by 2. Nice pass by Jones.
And nice footwork in there too by Bunch. He got himself in on the blocks and was able to lay it in.
Cassidy's not a three-point shooter per se. That's not his thing. He likes to drive, put it on the floor. Woodside. Here's a long 3 attempt, not there. Hicks missed, ball out of bounds, coming the other way. Got a lot of three-point shooters on this Pinckneyville team, Roger. You got Hicks, who hit over 40 as well. So,
and they're not afraid to shoot them, like you said, Jim. So that makes North Lawndale come out and get you.
And North Lawndale will be always. Oh, Thorpe lost the handle. 2-on-1. Get it to the All-Stater. Get it right back to.
That's textbook 2-on-1 fast break, too. They made the North Lawndale player bite and made a 2-on-1 layup.
Ryan rushing Thorpe in a hurry, and we've got a nice rebound underneath, but it won't go down, and clearing it is Pinckneyville. Miles Mayfield almost put it back, but with the score tied at 34s, it's Pinckneyville with the ball. Cassidy and rushing on that last perfect fast break. There's rushing again.
He's a slasher. I remember him 2 years ago doing stuff like that. It's a big possession now for our Phoenix. If they can't score here.
High-low to bunch. And you know what I said about him scoring in bunches? It's starting to happen tonight.
Yeah, he's taking the load now since Jonathan's out of the game.
Cassidy gives up the wide-open jumper. Rushing can't hit what would have been an assist from the All-Stater. Cassidy hustling and ending up in row 4. No worse for wear, it would appear. And Stephen Thorpe tried to do a little bit too much when he was in the game in that last 2 minutes, and he will have a chat with his father right now before he gets a rest as Hayden Hicks heads out.
He's getting some fatherly advice and some coaching advice. So, yeah, I think he tried to do a little bit too much, as you said. You got the ball now in a veteran Dangerfield.
Miles Mayfield almost had it taken away as Colin Woodside.
Both these teams are so well skilled defensively, Jim, that the smallest mistake that you make offensively, they're going to take advantage of that.
Christian Criddle, a little silent tonight, but had a big super sectional game. Hit 3 threes in the first half to keep him in it. Criddle now will go down low. Winfield can't get the roll. Ball is out of bounds and will head the other way as Pinckneyville gains possession.
Now the pressure's extended even further, Jim. We're coming out from full court.
Cutting open, though, was Miles Preeb, as his man did not come that close to the basket. As we said, we're looking at the All-Stater. Kyle Cassidy, Michigan is interested, as is Arkansas State, St. Louis, and I'm sure a handful of others.
I think the U of I are starting to get involved right now, too.
Not a bad idea. Here comes the turnover, though, the other way. Dante Dangerfield will slow, and with just about a minute left, a long shot by Criddle won't go. Whistles after the rebound, and let's see. North Lawndale will maintain possession.
What a man, Winfield there. Winfield kept that thing alive. He's going to be just a tremendous player. As you see, a good look at Jermaine. You know, a guy like Cassidy is not going to come in as a freshman, I think, at a Division I level and get a lot of minutes. But I'm telling you what, you sit him maybe a year or give him just a few minutes, and by the time he's done, you're going to have a great player.
Well, you got a 6'6" kid who can see the court, put a little more strength on him in those weight rooms. Speaking of strength, Winfield passes it up. Mayfield can't shake free. Bunch is there, but they can't get it to him. Bunch wants that ball, man. Give it to me. Low post, says Mr. Bunch. And that's what he's waiting on right now. But Cassidy's in the neighborhood, cheating a little bit and trying to double team on it.
Once again, Jim, I think this is the best coaching job Lewis Thorpe's ever done with this makeshift lineup he's got in there.
Christian Criddle is fouled on his way up.
As we talked about earlier, a lot of these kids wouldn't be getting the minutes that they have right now with if he'd have had the lineup that he thought he was going to have at the start of the year. So, you know, the coaching in the state of Illinois from top to bottom has always been good. But, boy, you get the state tournament, you got the cream of the crop.
And as we said, North Lawndale losing 4 people to graduation from last year's second-place finish.
Watch Criddle's feed here now at the free throw line. He's making a free throw a little harder than he should. He's stepping back a good foot from that free throw line. Let's see if we can get a good shot of this. He's taking a 15-footer and making it a 16-footer.
Yeah, you got it. That's odd. But doesn't bother him on that one as he breaks the tie. Pinckneyville will probably, well, I don't know what they'll do. Will Waggoner want the ball in the hands of the All-Stater Cassidy as it was at the end of the second quarter?
That'd be my guess. But Cassidy can pass so well, Jim, so he's going to open something up for somebody.
North Lawndale led by 2 at the break. They lead by 1 here. Will that lead hold? We're looking for a cutter. Cassidy saves a bad pass. Woodside fires. No, but we've got a rebound on its way home by Cassidy. Whoa. Never gave up on the bound. We are back after this on the IHSA television network. You're not going anywhere, are you? Our stats update is brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards.
How would you like to be shooting 56% like North Lawndale is and be down 2? I mean, it's just amazing how well both teams are playing tonight. Rebounds about even. Turnover still a very low number for the amount of pressure on that both teams are putting. Cassidy only had 2 points in that quarter, Jim, as you said at the break. And Pinckneyville made the lead a little bit larger, so Cassidy got other people involved.
So the third quarter goes to Pinckneyville in terms of points as they outscored the Phoenix by 3. And Jones up front, Mills back in the game.
Mills back in the game. He's going to have to stay in there now, even if he gets 4. He's too valuable.
Ooh, Criddle with a dangerous pass. Jones open, finds a crease, can't get the left-hander to fall, and now Pinckneyville's running. Woodside stops and brings it back out. Not a bad choice.
Very smart play. Yeah, North Lawndale had the numbers.
Cassidy is going to go across to his teammate Woodside. That's going to be short. Mills with a great body control corrals the basketball.
Tapped it to himself. He couldn't get both hands on it. Made the rebound by good fundamental play.
Bunch double teamed and they lean on him, and that is a personal foul. That'll go against. It would appear that they blew the whistle on Hayden Hicks.
Yeah, and you never want to see a guy like that put the ball down. He's 6 feet 10 inches tall, and if you put it down, anybody can get a hold of it. So you need to keep that ball up, Paul, and just take it to the hole.
Only a sophomore. He'll learn that.
Well, he needs to just take it straight up.
That time a little off balance, but Winfield's trying to clean up, can't get it done. Look, Cassidy at 6'6", runs the point and then clears the glass at the other end.
Boy, do you think you got a good rebounding team in here if you're North Lawndale with Winfield, Evans, and Mills in the game, or Bunch in the game? Look at that rebounding team they've got. 3 men down there. I know that Coach Thorpe said that he thought Mills would be better than Isaiah Evans. Everybody remembers him from last year. That's a big compliment.
That is a big compliment. So we started off with a 40-point first quarter in total, and now things have slowed a little. Ooh, that's a nice pass. Hanging is rushing, but not hitting. But the rebound is gotten, and Cassidy had it rejected.
Jonathan got hit in the eye there by Kyle as an inadvertent hit.
Uh-oh. Stepping on the end line is Zilligan Jones. We'll have to check Mills, see if he's okay. It looks like he's all right, shaking it off.
Well, it would take more than that to get him out of the ball game. He had a severe ankle injury in the super sectional, and they went to the locker room, taped him up, I guess, and he came right back in.
And even though he wasn't as effective offensively, he still commandeered the glass with 10 rebounds in that game.
There's an old saying that you're a warrior, and boy, he sure was that night.
A 3 would loom awful large right now for Pinckneyville.
Look how wide Pinckneyville is with their offense, too, spreading out that North Lawndale defense.
Rushing double team. Cassidy kicks it right back out, and they'll go right back to Cassidy, who fakes, gets inside, nice pass. Rushing doesn't want it. Now somebody's open. Oh, that's good defense, isn't it? Even though they swing it around quick, they're still going. Hicks in the lane, had it rejected. Jones is open the other way. He is going to score.
Well, he is relentless. This kid, in the years I've seen him, is afraid of nothing, and he took it right to the hole there and got him back in the lead.
I tell you what, Pinckneyville didn't give it to him. It was contested all the way. So now Pinckneyville on the short end as we go back and forth in the lead change department.
Pinckneyville's three-point shooters, Jim, are just good enough where North Lawndale has to respect every one of those 5 guys out there.
And I'm impressed with how the Phoenix are jumping out, no matter how far out. They just don't let them get set. Inside, Cassidy. Try to get rid of it and they managed to get it off to a teammate.
Yeah, they need to bring it back out and reset.
Wide open is rushing. Short. Rebound. Cassidy, pump fake, and he gets bunched up in the air.
Yeah. Another lesson there. You got a 6'10" guy leaving the floor outside the arc. Just thinks he's going to learn as he gets older and better.
Only bunches second foul, so he's not in.
I like the idea, though.
serious
Excuse me,
danger.
Jim. I like the idea that Harden was not afraid to take that three-point shot, though. I like the idea that, you know, they're going to take some pressure off Kyle Cassidy.
Money. Nick Logan will check in here soon with Miles Preeb after the officials okay.
You know what the crazy thing about this is? They're paying us to do this. I mean, this is incredible. Great game.
They didn't tell me that. And again, he got him up beyond the arc, remember, so it's 3 free throws.
That's right. Bunch did not need to leave the floor there, and he's going to be a good one. He's just going to have to learn how to play.
Hicks checks out, along with Woodside for Pinckneyville. For the lead. Wow. I bet you that doesn't happen very often. 1 of 3 for the All-Stater. Winfield double team, kicks it right back out, but they go right back to Winfield, and Jones will say, well, let's take our time. We got 4 minutes left to go. You know what, Roger? I know I shouldn't say this. Nice drive, not there, cleaning it up. Mills missed the gimme. Whoa, that was close. And now we got contact and a foul on Dante Dangerfield. I was about to say, at this point in the game, when I see 2 teams like this going at each other, I already feel sorry for the loser, because it's sports. Somebody's going to have to lose, but I tell you what, nobody's thinking loss right now on either bench. They're headed back to those respective benches, and we're headed for a local message here on the IHSA Television Network. Basketball Jones. And the band played on. Walgreens Picture Perfect Moment. Walgreens, a proud sponsor of this IHSA broadcast and this Picture Perfect Moment. Well, Roger, 3:54 remaining. We got a tie game. What you come to see basketball for?
Yeah, and this is the part of coaching that I really miss. You know, the chess match with the other coach and having 5 players looking you right in the eye and believing everything you say. And you saw that at both huddles, both teams just buying into what their coaches say, because this last 4 minutes depend on a lot of team play.
Cassidy needs to get it in bounds, and he can't. Timeout. Well, that might loom large later on.
Wow. And you know what? That happened at the end of the half too.
We'll take another break on the IHSA Television Network. Don't go away. We're tied. Let's check out our Chevy Drive of the game. Log on now to ChevyDriveChicago.com. There it is.
And you saw Kyle Cassidy just lift his head up a little bit, got Dangerfield up just a little as you saw that, and Kyle Cassidy blew right by him.
ChevyDriveChicago.com. Check it out at your leisure. Woodside will inbound. Again, they had trouble doing this, and there's trouble again, but we do have a foul on North Lawndale.
Now, Pinckneyville still has to get the ball in bounds, but the next time that they foul, Pinckneyville will be going to the free throw line. That's the 6th foul on the Phoenix.
Yeah, Criddle was tagged for that one for North Lawndale. Look at this pressure. They better hurry again. Ooh, Winfield, great body control not to pick up the personal. Sometimes you just got to fire that thing and come to the pass.
Absolutely.
That's the whole idea.
Yeah, just like a football receiver. You want to cut down that distance between the ball.
Woodside, got to get rid of it. Got to get rid of it. Has it knocked out of bounds.
Well, that was a long 5 seconds
It
there.
sure was.
That's what the Phoenix are complaining about. But again, I can't congratulate the officiating enough. Again, just a high pressure game, and these guys have done a tremendous job.
Cassidy inbounding. Boy, you talk about a bad spot to be. Somehow the pass got out of there, and on the way with a 3 is Hayden Hicks.
Well, Coach Wagner told me he would shoot the 3, but that takes a lot of guts. 3 minutes ago in a semifinal game of the state tournament, knocked it down. 2-year starter.
And Pinckneyville looked like they were in trouble in the corner. Somehow got the pass across and found a wide open Hicks. Here's a pass that almost got away from Winfield. Important trips? Well, everyone from now on is. Criddle hanging, and getting it.
There's your senior. There's your senior taking charge.
That was just determination. Once he jetted to the lane, you knew he was going to stop and pop, and he got the soft touch to cut the lead to 1. Pinckneyville.
They're going to
basketball.
I think they're going to go man here pretty soon. Staying in the trap.
And now we got a foul on North Lawndale. They can't believe it.
No, I think it just knocked it out of bounds there.
Okay. I think what Jones wanted was a deflection.
Right.
Off of Pinckneyville, but so the out-of-bounds call. As the Panthers, you want to stay out of that corner. Criddle tripping on the way there. No call, probably a good no call. At least it is according to North Lawndale's contingent here.
Now let's see if Jonathan Mills can establish himself in the post down there and get a shot. They need to look down low if they can.
Lewis Thorpe, ever so cool on the sidelines, just kind of whispering in the ears of his point guards.
Now you've got some experience out here with Z. Jones and Dante Dangerfield and Criddle, guys that have been here before. They can make plays.
Well, we expected a dandy, and then some. Jones inside,
Wow.
and it's North Lawndale with the lead.
He's quick, he's a penetrator, and he's probably the best one-on-one player on the Phoenix team.
2 consecutive penetrations into the lane by 2 different guards for North Lawndale, and they have gone up 43 to 42, a minute 43 remaining. Lots of time. Apple's Bakery in Peoria has introduced a new gluten-free line of desserts. Or is that gluten? I always get those two mixed up. But I know they're good. It's true. Check out this website, applesbakery.com. Parents, Apple's also has great college student packages that you know they're not eating right? And corporate gifts as well. Apple's Bakery in Peoria. Make sure you get a hold of them at applesbakery.com. There you see Bob Wagoner.
Now these are plays that these guys have worked on time and time again. This is not going to be any surprise to the Pinckneyville players. Each coach has a pet play that they like best from here, and what Coach Thorpe's doing here is just trying to have his kids dig in and try to, in the last 2 minutes, bring these guys into the championship game for a second straight year.
And on the high school level, Roger, you wonder just how much input the kids get on a play like that. Do any of the players go, Coach, I think we've got something over here? You got to be pretty confident in yourself to do that. Of course, Class 2A consolation starts tomorrow at 11 o'clock.
I think that's backwards. The 2A
Yeah, they
game,
got it backwards.
That'd be at 6:30, yeah. But you got some great games tomorrow, featured with the state championship game with St. Anne and Nokomis.
That's Nokomis and St. Anne's, as Roger said, for the championship after the consolation game in 1A. Let's go to Lee Hall real quick.
All right, guys. Lewis Thorpe saying in the huddle, I just want to do what we've been doing all year, and you can hear the team chanting red. That's their defense. They want full pressure, but no fouls. That's the thing Lewis Thorpe really underlined. No fouls. We've got the quickness, and that's an advantage for us right now. Back to you.
Will it be from a 3?
Playing man-to-man.
Ooh, Woodside thought about it, took the lane instead. Tough shot!
Wow.
Tough shot!
I wouldn't say it was a good shot, but he took it in there and was bold about it. He was off balance when he made it.
I thought he was going to take the long jumper. That seemed to be a little easier, but he took the hard route. And right now, that road has given Pinckneyville a 1-point lead.
I want to repeat again that North Lawndale's got guys that have been around the block. Right there, Z. Jones.
Oh, look at that pass to Winfield. Back and forth we go.
Winfield, Criddles, Z. Jones, been there.
Under a minute. 2 first-team All-Staters. Will one of them have the final say in this battle? A stop here in North Lawndale has to feel pretty good about themselves.
One of the best games I've ever sat through, Jim. It's just going to be a shame, as you said. One has to go home and play for third.
Cassidy just whipping it around. Boy, Bob Wagoner is playing with a little clock here.
Only one timeout left for Coach Wagner as well.
Is he going to wait and call a timeout with about 15 seconds left? No, he says, let's go for it. Thumbs up. Cassidy's going to have the ball. 13 seconds. He kicks it off to Woodside. In and out. Miles with the rebound. In and out. That close.
Wow. That ball was right on line, Jim. Hit the front of the rim. You're going to see it again. I want everyone to take a good look at this shot because he was set. He had a wide open look. It hit the front part of the rim, just a little bit short, right on line.
And Mills clears.
Now let's see, that is 6 fouls on Pinckneyville, so they will not go to the line. North Lawndale's going to have to inbound the ball. They have to inbound it here, go the length of the court, 7.5 seconds left.
And you want to get a foul right away and then foul him again.
Now Coach Thorpe's going to take a timeout and talk about this. The beauty about this is he's got 2 left after this, so if Pinckneyville denies inbound pass, they can call another timeout.
Well, a couple of things on that play. Let's start with Pinckneyville. First of all, Cassidy, being the all-stater that he is, some kids would have said, I got to do this myself. He drew the defense to him, kicked it out for the open 3. It just didn't go down. On the other side, North Lawndale, Mills, man, he knew what was at stake there. He went after it.
Well, you said it all right there. Cassidy was so unselfish, gave up a good shot for a great shot, and it was Mills, the man, who came in there and got that big rebound. You're looking at statistics right now. You got to deal with statistics. Criddle's the one you want to foul. He's only a 43.5 free throw shooter. Mills a 54. Dangerfield, it goes up to 82. So you've got to try to foul Criddle if you can.
And don't forget about Zilligan Jones. He had a key bucket in the lane. Then he came down and found Jermaine Winfield to give him the lead.
And I'll tell you one thing about Z Jones, too. He's the one that hit the 2 free throws against Chicago Christian last Tuesday night to put him here.
There's your reset. As Roger said, 2 timeouts for North Lawndale, only 1 for Pinckneyville.
Now, Zilligan Jones, as we said just 3 days ago, was the man who sent him in here, so I would think he would have confidence. Plus, he's a 72% shooter.
Colin Woodside, let's go see what's happening in the huddle with Ashley.
Coach Wagner told the boys to let them catch the ball in front of them and foul immediately.
And do it twice.
Now let's see who takes the ball out of bounds. That's going to be critical here.
Or as many times as you need to, yeah.
This is going to be a critical decision by Coach Thorpe, who's going to choose not. And look at it.
Lee Hall, what you got?
Yeah, Criddle is going to take it out for North Lawndale. Coach Thorpe saying, you're our senior. I want you to take it out and keep an eye on Winfield. He might go long here, number 44.
They set picks. They better hurry. They got Jones where they want him, and he's fouled with 5.9 seconds remaining.
And a good move by Coach Thorpe because Criddle is the worst free throw shooter. And as Lee said, he's the senior, so he can make the good pass. Now, we've got Z Jones at the line. Zilligan Jones was in this situation just 3 days ago. North Lawndale up by 1 against Chicago Christian and gave him 2 free throws.
On the season, a 71% free throw shooter. You take those numbers, but it's all about the moment. It's not about the stats. And there you see Z Jones. And he'll have some time to think about it. They call that icing the kicker in football. I don't know if it works in the world of basketball. Might as well use your timeout, though, Roger.
Now, what do you do here? Do you take it out of Cassidy's hands? If he gets it, you let him take the ball the length of the floor?
Well, you're going to need a 3 if the free throws go in, but that's the first order of business.
Then you come back to the age-old question now. Do you foul if you're up 3? Do you make them shoot a bonus? Or do you, in the semifinal game today, Nokomis chose not to foul, and Warrensburg Latham had a wide-open 3. But the way I look at it, Jim, if you're confident enough in your defense, and I think you just got to say, look, we've been here, we've done this all year long. Get me to the promised land, but play some defense.
And if you make the first free throw and miss the second, then you create that kind of chaotic situation where you don't really have your defense set yet, although I'm sure that Lewis Thorpe will have some people back, but you could get that, 30-footer
Right.
with a little space. Ooh. 2 timeouts for North Lawndale, and of course, it's not pretty in Pinckneyville right now, but they're going to need a shot heard around the state to turn things around. But first things first, Z Jones at the line.
He's played
1-1.
Played in two tournaments prior to this one here in Peoria. Won a bonus.
It's airborne. It's home.
Wow.
There you see the Phoenix trying to get into their second straight championship game down here in Peoria. Deep breath. Got them both. 5.9. Here we go. Get it back to the All-Stater or not? No. Wide open. 3. Hicks. Get it out.
Oh, my.
Hayden Hicks just missed, tying this game up by a centimeter. 2 last-second threes by Pinckneyville.
Jimmy, that was down. That was down. What a look, what a play. But again,
let's take a look again.
Look at this thing. It's down. It's halfway down. Comes out.
The defender had to fly by, and there it looks good, and it still looks good.
Good
and
golly.
The gods of basketball say, not tonight, Pinckneyville. You will not go home with your 4th state championship.
This thing is down for a little bit.
Oh, man, that is as close as you can get, and that's heartbreaking, as we said, for whoever lost this game. But North Lawndale found a way, and remember, their star was in foul trouble a lot of this game. And there you see a great picture of the opposing coach, Lewis Thorpe.
And like we said earlier, we don't have a horse in this race, but it's just so devastating to see one team lose. But the beauty about it, we have the thrill of one team winning, and Zilligan Jones, Jim, as you said again, was the guy who stepped up and once again put this Phoenix Ball Club on his back.
And Winfield, the sophomore, had a lot to do with it as well. And of course, Bunch had a nice run there when they needed him most, when Mills was out of the game. So North Lawndale is going to move on to the championship game tomorrow night right here on the IHSA television network. The best dressed man in the house, Lewis Thorpe, is standing by with our Ashley Robinson.
Thank you, Jim. Coach, big win. How does it feel?
It feels great, but before I say anything else, I'd like to say this team dedicate this win to Lucretia Reed, one of our students who passed away yesterday. We want to dedicate that win to her.
All right, thank you, Coach. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Country Insurance, player of the game. Julian, big 2 free throws at the end of the game. How'd it feel?
It wasn't no pressure on me. I had to hit the 2 winning free throws at the super sectional, so it felt just as the same.
All right, well, big game tomorrow. Good luck.
Thanks.
Back to you, Jim.
What a matchup tomorrow we have. And again, a heartbreaker for Pinckneyville. Their 15th appearance here in the state tournament. Won 3 times, of course, but it is what a lot of fans hope for, at least those who did have a horse in this race. Number 1 against number 2 tomorrow. North Lawndale against Peoria Manual. Back after these local messages. And don't go away. We got the slam dunk contest coming up.